Did you know that 56% of the world's population is using social media? That means 4.7 billion people are using social media today. I don't know about you, but that is a lot of people. Now, I myself am part of the 4.7 billion, so I kind of know what's out there. People deal with hate, insecurity, and societal pressures daily on these platforms, and I myself have experienced some of these things. I've recently studied a speech given by Bailey Parnell, who focused her master's studies on the effects of social media mentally and worked in social media marketing. Her speech was titled, "Is Social Media Hurting Your Mental Health?" Now, I can bet almost everyone listening to my speech today has been on social media and sadly has seen the bad that can come from it. Parnell gives advice on how to fight against the bad that inevitably comes from being on social media. Today, I will list 4 steps that Bailey Parnell gives to have social media wellness and apply them to us as social media users on ways to be the good on social media. The speech was given by Bailey Parnell at a TEDx event in 2017, where she focused on why social media is such a stressor mentally and gave tips to help avoid the mental toll that social media can bring. She focused mainly on the demographic of college students, which easily applies to us as UVU students. Parnell shows us that social media is one of the top causes for anxiety, depression, and stress. This is because of things that society has deemed as important, such as focusing too much time on other people's lives and comparing them to our own. You will also find harassment on these platforms, leaving people in fear and insecure about themselves. Parnell gives 4 easy steps to combat these mental stressors and to build social media wellness. The first step is to recognize the problem. Just listening to my speech here today is a great way to fulfill this first step. Recognize that social media may not be affecting you in a great way. Step 2, audit your social media diet. This includes monitoring how you feel when you go onto these apps. Do you feel better or worse after you've scrolled for a couple hours? Did a post you stumble across that talks about something you stand for make you feel uncomfortable or angry because of the way they're treating it? Just recognize how you feel. Is social media making you feel good or bad? 3, create a better online experience for yourself. This includes unfollowing celebrities and brands that make you feel insecure or don't align with your morals. This also can include unfollowing the quote-unquote friends. Don't keep people around as an obligation. If they make you feel bad, you don't have to keep them as one of your followers. And finally, 4, model good behavior. This is the step that I'd like to break down even further by providing 2 ways we can be a model of this good behavior. The first is by following celebrities and brands that align with your values. This can include celebrities trying to bring about social change or influencing people for the better, or it can include brands trying to promote our well-being, whether that's supporting the planet's health, feeding the hungry, and supporting those less fortunate than we are. Who we support shows a lot about who we are as a person. The second, and what I think is the most important way, is to be a positive voice yourself on social media. This can be as simple as leaving a nice comment on someone's post, or as big as creating a page that wants to bring about positive change in the world. Be a good influence amongst all the bad we see too often on these platforms. Knowing that social media can be a cause of mental health disorders such as anxiety and depression makes me upset, knowing that it can all go away if we just make a few changes to our actions. And Parnell advises us to do just that. She promotes the message that social media doesn't have to be hurtful unless we make it hurtful. Today, I went over the steps that Bailey Parnell gives to avoid these mental health stressors that come from social media use, and how we can be a source of good so that others can find rest amongst the bad. I believe that if everyone makes these changes, we will be not only happier with the world, but with ourselves.